Welcome back to We're Right Here. I'm Karen Richards with CMB Bank, and today I have as a guest Jill Colbert. Jill, welcome to We're Right Here. Jill is the chairwoman of Augustoberfest, which is an upcoming German festival in Hagerstown, Maryland. So Jill, I think I read that you have been involved with Augustoberfest since 2007.
Yes.
And chairwoman since 2010. Does that sound right? So it's been a long time.
A long time, yeah.
So tell us how you got started and what your interest is in the festival overall.
So I got started as an actual volunteer before that, and then I was asked if I would be interested in becoming a part of the board to help out with volunteering. So I became the volunteer chair in 2007. And the joke was then I was going to take over the festival. So I declined and said, I'll just continue to learn about it. So they made me second vice chair that second year. And then the third year, they made me vice chair. And then the fourth year,
you took over.
Yep, it's yours.
You took over.
Yeah, I was really good friends with the owner of the German restaurant and the founder of the festival. And I think that was kind of like got brought in so that I could help take over. Yeah.
So how long has the festival been running in Hagerstown?
So technically it's been running this is our 29th anniversary, but we did have to stop for 2 years for COVID.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So why Hagerstown for a German festival? What's the connection?
Well, the whole area and Hagerstown was founded by Jonathan Hager, who was German roots. We do have a lot of German heritage in the Hagerstown region and all of Washington County when we looked at everything. And also on top of it, how it all began was the prior mayor's wife at the time asked Charlie, who was the owner of the Schmackelstube, if he would cater a big family reunion for her because she was from Germany. And so he said, well, I'm not going to just do a family reunion. We're going to make it a big old party. And then here's where Augustoberfest.
The festival was born?
Right.
Wow.
And we did it in August because he wanted to have the most authentic bands that he could find. And Oktoberfest starts in September, through October. So he knew he was not going to be able to get what he wanted to make it really the best festival around. So that's where we started it in August and called it Augustoberfest to kick off Oktoberfest.
Now it used to be located downtown. Is that where it began? Was downtown Hagerstown?
Yes, it did begin there, and it had. When I joined, there were maybe 1,100 people that came through the weekend, and then right when COVID hit, we were in the 4 to 5,000 over the weekend. So we were really outgrowing that small space, not to mention the big tent that we had to rent, which was getting the pricing was just getting astronomical. So then COVID hit and we had to take a pause. And at that point, we started to look at our financial situation, our area, what we could do, what we couldn't do was the topics. We couldn't do a lot of different things that we wanted to be able to do to continue to expand the festival. And the Washington County Ag Center then was born 5 years ago. And
so much more space.
Yes, so much more.
So last year, what were the numbers like?
We are still within the 4,000 to 6,000 people. I think sometimes the weather dictates that. We did have, where we weren't having the rain last year, the surrounding areas were having horrible storms on Saturday, but we made up for that on Sunday because our Sunday was the largest Sunday we've ever had.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how many volunteers does it take to keep it running?
It takes about 200 volunteers for the whole weekend.
And how large is the board?
The board is 18 people. So, and I've looked at times we've tried to get the number of years that we've been all together. We have some newer people that are in the 1-3 year mark, but then there's a lot of us anywhere from 8 to 20 something years on the board.
But a fairly small board thinking about a festival that's going to draw 5,000 people.
It is. It really is. And we're all volunteers.
Right.
So this is a board that does not have a paid executive director or paid treasurers. No one is paid. We all are career oriented with full-time jobs. And we all dedicate hundreds of hours to the festival. And I think it's just because we all love it. And it's just such a authentic type of festival around the area versus, it's really hard to find something the way we have it established.
And of course, we at CNB support every year. We have a couple board members. We have Mary Jane Boyer, and now we have Cheryl Kurzawa, who recently joined our team. So we have 2 board members that we're so proud of. And we always support each year with a sponsorship and then a number of volunteers. And I know you all rely heavily on those sponsors and on the ones, too, that come with a group of volunteers, which helps then, trying to recruit people to fill those time slots. So just talk about that a little bit, how much you rely on the community and how much that support means to
we really do. I mean, we have some sponsors that have been around since I joined in 2007. Phoenix Color helps do all of our tickets and our posters and our rack cards that we can get the advertisement out. We've been with Antietam Broadband, the Herald Mail, and there's CNB has been one of our longest sponsors too, always that had done the front gate. I think that was the very first time that was sponsored. That was like actually named sponsors. I believe CNB was the first one that actually did a naming type sponsorship.
So that's the only time I volunteered was a couple years downtown for the main gate. So I'll be there this year, but I think this year we're the merch.
Oh yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yep. Now you guys have moved on to the merch tent. So most of our sponsors that are real into the community, they will have certain some of their, and they have volunteer programs as well. They do source volunteers to come out also. We have some other folks that have just been volunteers for years, even like from children that have gone through SSL hours, and now they have children that are doing their SSL hours as well. So we put a lot of students through the weekend of volunteering.
That's great. Yeah. So what should someone expect if they're coming to visit Augustoberfest for the first time?
So I think when people look at the festivals that are out there, they're usually high ticket prices. We've always tried to keep our ticket costs very low. It's $10 to get in, and children 12 and under are free. It's family oriented. We cater to children to 85-year-olds. So we have a unique kids area. They have a puppet show, a magic show. They do singing, they do arts and crafts, and all of that's free. And a lot of times you go to different festivals, you're going to pay to have your kid be able to do an activity. We just did that a little while ago with our granddaughter. So we try to make sure that it's really family friendly. Our food is authentically made from the downtown restaurant. So I think that is something that people don't understand or might not know, that they're going to get, a real bratwurst and sauerkraut that was made, red cabbage, a pork roast dinner. That they might
didn't know that. I didn't know it was made right downtown.
Yep, it's all made there. We did add some things over the last couple of years that we partnered with. It is a family, 3-generational, I think it is, business in Pennsylvania, Smitty's Pretzels. So we also, because we are really community focused, we try to make sure that we try to get everything that we can through small businesses. So Smitty's does all of our pretzels, and 2 years ago we introduced pretzel rolls for like an upcharge, and we did not realize, but we sold out on that Saturday before 2 o'clock.
I bet they sold out.
Yes. So we're making sure we won't sell out this year.
Yeah.
So the bands are all authentic German bands and German dancers, and there are some of them within the bands that are actually from Germany. So we try to make sure that they understand, like, they're going to get some culture, and they're going to learn about Oktoberfest in August. We ship our beer literally from Hofbrau. So that comes over on the boat, so we have that. And we try to make sure that all of the pavilions out there are decorated like festival houses. So they're all themed, and we're going to have a new one that's dedicated to Washington County this year. So that's something that's new and will be announced here soon.
Okay, great. Do you dress in German attire?
Sometimes I do. When I get if I have a chance, and if it's not 100 degrees out.
It's more fun to dress in theme if it's not brutally hot.
Yes.
So what else is new this year?
So we have a shuttle finally. We have wanted to have a shuttle for a very long time. We've been partnering, and one of our sponsors also this year is Hub City Brewery. So a couple of things that we've been able to partner with them on is going in to create a shuttle. So it will start at Hub City Brewery at 11. We've posted the times, but we'll have those times continue to be posted. That will take you, if you don't want to drive out there, but you're okay with being downtown, you can just drive there, park for free, hop on a free shuttle, and go out to the festival, and then it brings you back to an after party. So at 8 o'clock, we will be closing down, and at 8 o'clock, Hub City Brewery will be continuing with an after party. And then a new thing too for our volunteers, because we rely on them, we want it to be where we know you're giving your time, so we want to give back to you as well. So we give you, your t-shirt, your meal, an extra ticket we started last year. We do training Thursday night beforehand, give you some pizza for a thank you, make sure that you know what you need to do. This year, the following Saturday from 4 to 8, we're going to do a thank you party at Hub City Brewery to thank all of our volunteers and just get to mingle and talk to them. So we've wanted to do this forever, but we never had any type of a venue space that could do something like that. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah, that's
this
great.
Year.
It's a huge deal. I don't think everyone realizes what a big deal it is and what a huge festival it is.
Yes. And we're trying, this is our one event to try to make money, to raise money for our foundation. So we're a foundation that we raise money to provide to other scholarship funds. So we have been involved with the Hagerstown-Basil Sister City forever. We still are very much involved with them. They used to, for the last however many years it's been, we would provide scholarship funds to help when the students would travel over to Basil, or the Basil students would come here, so it would help offset their cost. After the last couple years, people have not been really traveling back and forth, so they have been going through a rebranding as well. So they are doing like an arts exchange program. So we'll still be raising money to provide scholarship funds for them to buy their artwork. They're, shipping the arts back and forth, and then that is their first year. So next year we hope to display that at the festival.
I love that. That's great.
So that people can see this is what we're putting money towards.
Yeah.
And moving it out there, we've been able to make a little bit more than what we did downtown. So we also have been able to do additional grants for other nonprofits that are children oriented over the years. So, we've been involved with Sleep in Heavenly Peace and Children in Need, Big Brothers Big Sisters, Boys and Girls Club, Star Community. I'm trying to think of all the other ones that we've been able to deal with.
To work with them.
Yes. So we're looking at developing a grant request also, so that the people will be able to apply for our December feature when we are able to show that we're, what money so that we've been able to raise and give out to the other nonprofits.
That's great. Have you been to Germany?
I have not.
Would you like to go?
I would love to, yes, especially because I'm mostly German. So it is something that I'd love to be able to go over and just see for one time, just to experience it and see what we could bring back.
So your family heritage is German.
Yeah.
So this is a natural fit.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So what's your favorite part about the festival?
I love seeing how many people dress up.
Yeah.
Because we do have journals. I love supporting the surrounding areas, German festivals, and my friends and I will dress up, and we're kind of like, we stick out. Like in other festivals, not many people dress up, but in our festival, all the way down to the children are dressed in dirndls and lederhosen. Yeah. And just
I don't own any German attire. I'm going to have to refresh the wardrobe a little bit.
Yeah, it's really fun. And just to see people come over and over and bring new people.
Right.
Or to be able to talk to somebody that says, this is my first time that I've ever been here, and it's already on my calendar for next year.
They look forward to it each year.
Yeah.
What's the most challenging part? What's the hardest to coordinate?
Volunteers.
Yeah.
It does get rough. This year our hours are going to be 11 to 8 o'clock at night. They were at 9 o'clock. So that's going to shorten our Saturday session. So we're really hopeful on that. We're filling up a lot. We do have like the last shift of the evening is always usually the hardest one to fill. So with that one, it's not going to be as late at night. It'll be, some of them will be ending at like 6:45, others will be 7:30. So, and it's only a couple of hours, where we used to have 4-hour shifts. So by just reducing it by an hour, we've been able to cut down on the shifts, the hour sizes too. So we hope that we'll get more people to come. And it's really fun to get a group to go for like 3.5 hours. And then you can either go and enjoy the festival before your shift or after your shift. So so it's really good.
So you were volunteer coordinator in '07. Is that where you started? How many volunteers did you need then compared to
Probably throughout the whole weekend, I would say it was about 100, 150.
Okay. Yeah.
It was still a lot to put on. Yeah. And it was because we were there a lot longer.
Right.
So for both days. So, you know, and now out there, we had to increase some of it because we don't want really huge lines. We've got bigger crowds, and it's in a bigger location. So this year we added 2 years ago, we started to add a hospitality shuttle. So we do know that people come with crutches, or they have mobility issues, or they're little children with a stroller. And so we had golf carts that would take you, you know, from the front gate, if you were in handicap parking, to the pavilion to get your seat ready, or take you then to your car afterwards. But this year we have that still, but we're also introducing what we call the Bavarian Loop Shuttle. And we'll have 6 stops throughout the festival grounds that you'll be able to pick a flag, and there'll be 2 golf carts that'll just be constantly roaming the areas. And it doesn't matter who you are. If you want to go from, you know, the children's area to the food hall, we'll pick you up, take you to the food hall.
That's great.
And you know, lessen so that you can get to different places much faster.
Especially if it's hot out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great addition. So where do we buy tickets? If we don't have can you buy tickets in advance?
Yep. Okay. You can go on to the website, www.augustoberfest.org, and there's ticket sales there, or you can get them right at the door.
Okay. And it's coming up August 15th and 16th. Is that right? Yes. So coming up really soon.
Yeah.
So if there's one thing that you needed at this point, you know, just a couple of weeks leading up to it, what would it be?
I would say several more volunteers.
You need people.
Yeah, we probably need about 25 on each day.
Okay.
And that's where I would be like, that's where we're talking with everyone to push. All of our friends and a lot of the board, all of our friends that we have are already volunteering.
Right. We need our friends and family to come volunteer.
And just come enjoy also. You know, there's one other area. I just was speaking to the new owner from MS Johnston, and just filling him in on some of the festival, because they're a huge sponsor to us forever and ever. They provide the refrigeration trailers for us, which houses all of our foods for the weekend, all of our drinks for the weekend. And I was explaining to him the things that we offer. And one of the areas that we have, because we've had such a huge veteran following forever and ever, we have a veterans camp, now we call it. So veterans can be in there and mix and mingle. And he's a veteran, and his wife is a veteran who was stationed in Germany. So he's very excited to be able to attend for the first time ever, and was really, you know, thought that was very neat that we have that location specifically for veterans.
Yeah, no, that's great. So most popular food item last year was the pretzel roll
with the brats.
With the brats,
yes. The bratwurst dinner, I think, is the most popular item.
Yeah.
And you'll see a lot of the pork roast dinners too. Some of your older folks, there are people that come for the whole weekend, so they're getting one meal one day and another meal the next day.
Okay.
And then with our sponsors that are large sponsors, we also try to give back to them, because we know you're either providing us with cash or in-kind services. We have a VIP brunch, all homemade from the German restaurant as well. Yes. So, and people can buy those tickets, but they're $100 a piece.
Okay.
But it is all you can eat and drink from 12 to 2:30 on Sunday.
Okay. Now at the festival, how many different German beers?
We have, we added the Dunkel last year, which was a big seller. So that's going to be back again. We have the Hefeweizen, the Lager, and Oktoberfest. So we'll have 4 different German beers.
Okay. Yeah. Do you like them?
I do. I really like the Oktoberfest, but I was really surprised that the Dunkel, I really enjoyed that one. It's a dark beer, and I thought it was going to be heavy. but it's actually, I feel like lighter than the Augustoberfest.
Okay, I'll have to try that one. Yeah, I prefer lighter, so maybe I'll give that one a try.
Yeah, and then we also do a Siegel Radler. That is like a lower alcohol, more refreshing, kind of like fruity carbonated drink. I don't. It's called a Radler. So a lot of women like to do that.
Yeah.
So and we're back by popular demand too with doing the Stein holding competitions
Yes.
throughout the weekend. So we have I think it's 3 on Saturday and 2 on Sunday, and we do individual men and then women. So that's back by popular demand.
Okay, that's a favorite. So lots to do. So aside from Augustoberfest, what do you like to do with your free time? Which you have none right now, right? Because it's all consumed by the festival.
Yeah. No, I think spending time with my family or cooking. I do love to cook a lot. So, but that's pretty much when I do get some spare moments. I do like to do stuff like that.
Yeah. You have a few grandkids?
Yes.
One celebrating a birthday today.
He's 1.
Yep.
Yep. We have a 7-year-old that just turned 7 in July and an 18-year-old. So she's getting ready to start college.
Yeah.
And she has volunteered also.
That's great.
Our son, who has the 1-year-old, he started as a volunteer and now he's a board member. So it's kept in the family.
Yeah, but you have to. So what college will she be attending?
Frederick Community for right now.
Okay, yeah, good. So she'll stay close.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite vacation spot? Where do you guys like to go?
Well, recently it's been we have a condo in Florida, in Largo area, which is on the Gulf. We're about 5 minutes from Indian Rocks Beach. So I just love going down there. It's just like you're at the Caribbean with not leaving the States.
Yeah.
It's I've been on both sides of the coast, and the West Coast is definitely a more chill vibe.
Yeah.
And just people are laid back, and you can listen to the island music in different restaurants.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I really like going back down there.
Yeah, it sounds perfect. When you guys go on a date night, where's your favorite local spot?
It depends. So we go to the same spots, which is fine, but it depends on what mood we're in. We go to now Olive and Oak or Barrel Bodega if we're ready for sandwiches. We do all the locals, Foster's, Hoffman's. We did the Bistro. We like the Stube. I'm trying to think of what the other ones.
There's so many good local spots.
There are. There really are. So we like to try, new ones. There's a couple of new ones that have come up that are recent. That's now on our list
That's on
to try.
your list.
The ramen place that I'm seeing.
I've seen that on Facebook.
Yeah. And the Thai restaurant downtown is really good too. We really like that too. Yeah, and the Brick Tavern has become one, and the Broad Axe. So
there's plenty of
just
options.
So many.
I know.
Yeah,
there's
people
so
don't realize like the chain restaurants are great, but I think the local restaurants they hit it out of the park.
Yeah, agreed. So after the festival weekend, how soon does planning start for next year's event?
The very next month.
Yeah.
So we take 1 month off, and that's usually in October, and that's so that our accountants can get everything situated and understand what bills still are outstanding, if there's any other money that's incoming, that kind of thing. Sometimes we do get like somebody has been to the festival and liked it, and then sends a donation. So, but September is a very critical month for us because it's still fresh in our mind. And one thing that the board is amazing at is that we have such a close-knit family, is what we call it. We're really critical of ourselves, but we have such a great time laughing and carrying on with each other. But we, year after year after year, and I've been doing this since 2007, every year we look at what we could do better and what can we enhance or what can we do differently and what didn't work, what did work. And I think that's what continues to make it continue to be successful.
I'm sure. Do you find that you make changes year after year?
Every year.
Every year there's something you change?
Every single year. Even at the time when we were downtown and had been down there for, I don't even know how many years at that point. Since at 2019, that year, we were already making changes of the front area that we had talked about. And now we had the front area the same way for years, but we started getting so much bigger, we needed to make some adjustments in that area. So, downtown, we were doing it after 20 years. So, and being out here for our 5th year, I would want us to continue to look at what's not working well and,
Or maybe a new addition, like you've added several things this year, sounds like.
Yeah, we're actually going to reconfigure the front area as well, so that instead of everyone going into the same line, we're going to have a separate line and a separate location for all the prepaid tickets and the sponsorship that have the tickets. So they can go in one area, and then the people that are buying at the gate can go into another area.
Keeps it moving a little quicker.
Yeah.
No, all good stuff. So what have we missed? Anything we didn't cover regarding the festival? We need volunteers. You talked about where to buy our tickets.
We do have an official keg tapping that happens on Saturday at 1:45. So that is where we officially knock off the weekend, and it's, you know, Augustoberfest. Our bands will help us. We have an amazing woman. I've known her. She's been my friend since we were 6 years old. I won't say how many years that is, but she sings the national anthem and the German anthem. Lou Scally comes and does our MC. He talks a little bit about the festival. I will talk and give my thank yous for everything. And we have lots of different vendors also.
Okay, good.
So this year, because we have 2 separate areas now, we'll have 2 festival houses. One will be all like food and snacks oriented, and the other one will be all artisan and craft oriented. So, and adding to our gaming area. So the Maryland Fest House is going to be nothing but games that we've added, additional games that we've added.
Sounds like plenty to do.
Yes.
And I mean, I can appreciate how much work goes into it. Of course, I get to work with Mary Jane every day. And so I know I'll lose her here for a few days because she'll be setting up and then she'll be recovering from the weekend. But
yes, it does take, it's like a 4-day. Last year we got caught right at the end with a storm.
I remember.
And we had to go back out Monday again. And I was like, if it gets to be a 6-day event, we need to think about this because I'm getting too old to be doing all of this.
Yeah.
So we're really, really excited with it. This year, our Thursday, Ted's Rent-A-Center, Alan, the new owner, he's just amazing. He's helping get us a lot of items that we used to get from Allied in the city, and we'll be able to forefront like all of the decorations, hopefully be heavier on Thursday so we can try to get out a little bit earlier on Friday after they come in and set the stage up and the tables and the chairs. So
it's a heavy lift for a small group of volunteers who are setting it up.
Yeah, we all compete on how many steps we get in.
I bet.
Even with golf carts, we're still doing like 20 some miles in 4 days on your feet, and that's including the golf carts. So if we didn't have the golf carts, I don't know how we probably wouldn't be walking on Monday.
No, you wouldn't be. No. Well, we'll hope for dry weather.
Yeah, keep looking at the weather. It looks like it's going to be like a good, so knock on wood.
Good. Perfect.
It's not going to be 100 degrees, and hopefully we don't have like the kick-ups thunderstorms.
Yeah.
But we have big umbrellas.
There you
go. We bought those just for our guests to be able to use if we do get rain.
Just in case that pop-up storm happens. Sounds like you're prepared. Well, this has been great. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
Love all the local shout outs for the businesses around Hagerstown. So, just appreciate everything you're doing. Looking forward to the festival this year. Again, we'll hope for dry weather and lots of guests to come out. So thanks again for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on We're Right Here.